welcome everyone to episode 87 of the COD Casuals. We're your host, Justin.
And I'm Mike.
How you doing, Mike?
Fantastic.
Good?
Yes, better than normal this week.
Yeah?
Yeah, bro. Well, we've officially stamp of approval.
Yep.
Finished Vanguard.
Yep.
100%
Vanguard completed.
Done.
And this is technically the last episode of season 2 of the COD Casuals.
Heck yeah, bro.
Two whole seasons of COD.
We've gone through Cold War, gone through this.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're ready for MW2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels good to be done with Vanguard.
All wrapped up.
You know?
Everything checked off.
Yeah. What was it? It was it was yesterday, wasn't it? I think it was yesterday I finished it up.
Yeah.
I got done with the battle pass.
Yeah, yesterday morning.
Yeah, I hopped on for a couple of games and got it done, which we'll talk about that whole thing because that was kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
But no, it's nice. I mean, I like seeing now when I go there. We got the Prestige Master title. Like I think I don't know what it is anymore. Like
Prestige 23.
Yeah, we're 23, and then we've gotten Master. I don't know how. Well, every season this game was 5, and then the other one was 5 seasons as well, or 6 seasons.
6, yeah.
Yeah. So we've done it 11 times.
11 times.
Every single time since they've started this, we've done it.
Yeah.
So it's nice seeing the gold.
Yep.
All the time.
Oh, yeah.
And we got the challenges done. I mean, bro, we're chilling now.
Yep.
You know.
Vanguard chapter is over.
Yeah. Close
the
that book and
yep.
burn that book, bro. But no, otherwise doing good. I mean, I'll tell you too, it's getting kind of dark now.
Yeah,
not really.
They can't tell because like we got lights on.
Yeah, but like it's 6:30 when we're doing this,
mm-hmm.
and it's pitch black out. You know.
Yeah,
used to be a little bit brighter, but
yeah,
fall's coming.
It's gonna get we still have like another hour of it getting dark too.
Yeah,
because it'll start getting dark at like 5:30.
Yeah, which is gonna
Eastern for you guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be terrible.
Because I had to go in the office today, and when I was in a meeting, I was looking out the window. It was like 5:15,
mm-hmm.
and like it's getting like dimmer, but I'm like,
right.
Okay, at least it's still light out. But then there's the depressing season, as everyone calls it, the seasonal depression hits, where you wake up and it's just pitch black, and then you go to work, and then you leave work, and it's just dark.
Yeah, it's just 24/7 darkness.
Yeah, and it's up until when is it?
I honestly don't remember.
When daylight savings is.
We should know this.
We should know,
having lived here our entire lives, but I'm always just like, oh, I don't know. They say like, oh, turn the clocks forward, turn the clocks backward. I'm like,
daylight savings is
the
like,
phone, bro.
I'm pretty sure it's in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
it's pretty soon.
When does it? We'll go do a little.
And then I'm pretty sure it starts getting like bright again, around like late April. Right, the first day of spring's in April, I think.
So it starts. Sorry, it starts November 6th.
Okay, yeah. So a few weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or daylight savings. Yeah, daylight savings ends
mm-hmm.
on that time, and then it begins in March again.
Yeah, so that's when like the sun's coming out more.
Right.
So yeah, by like April, like towards the end of April to May, that's when
mm-hmm.
the sun's out like a lot longer. But in between then, it's just
hell.
The
it's
dark,
purgatory.
it's the dark times.
Yeah. It's gonna suck.
It's not as bad as for the people that live. Well, actually, no. Now,
when people who live in like Alaska and stuff.
Well,
like,
yeah, that's
next
awful.
level.
Yeah,
it's like you get like 2 hours of sunlight. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's capped, but you barely get any sunlight.
Yeah, you have like a small window.
Yeah,
and like I don't know how people live there, dude. At that, because seasonal depression, like first off, like that's a real thing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Dude, it's not even like it's called seasonal depression, but it's not like everyone here is depressed. It's just a shift in mood.
Yeah.
You know, like when you step outside, you know, when it's sunny out, you just feel happier.
Yeah.
Like it's warm, you know, nice and warm out. Now it's just dark.
Well, it's the mood too, you know, like, I mean, I'm always like that. When I wake up in the morning, like yesterday I woke up and it was nice and sunny out and I'm just like, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like, nice day. Gonna go out, do some stuff in the morning.
Yeah.
But then I woke up this morning, it's like dark, gray.
Yeah.
I'm like,
waking up slower, it's hard to get up and stuff.
I'm just like,
that.
Oh man, like I'm not feeling this. And then
Yeah.
all day it was gray out.
Yeah.
There was a little bit where the sun came out, and I'm excited about it. So, but it's just gonna be 24/7 darkness, kind of gray, glum, cold.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the cold, but
yeah, it brings back to like it reminds me of like school.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah.
I remember waking up for class. leaving class and it's dark.
Dude, you think about
just
it.
doing work.
You think about it, we'd wake up for high school. I mean, we wake up like damn near like 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
6 a.m.
Yeah.
We
School started at like
7:15 is when we would. That's when like our homeroom would end.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
Dude, I know. Yeah.
7:15 in the morning.
And then what? We were out at like 2:15.
1:49.
1:49.
That was when
high
our
school.
last. Yeah, that's when we got dismissed.
What? That's 6 hours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Think about that.
But how awful is that? Like
yeah.
to be in a class learning
Yeah.
at 7:15.
Yeah. And then like if you did sports or extracurricular like after school,
Yeah.
you'd be there till like 3:30.
Yeah, even
Or-
late.
Waiting for like your parents to pick you up.
Yeah, dude, it's a disaster.
And then you got to go back home and finish homework for the next day. Grind.
Dude, you don't even realize high
Grind.
school is a grind.
Yeah.
Like doing that stuff, it sucks.
No, yeah, being a student in general is a grind.
It is.
Like college, I mean, for the people that, are in college right now or didn't go to college or whatever, like college is a grind. People say, yeah, now we look back at it, like it's a lot of fun and stuff, but dude, like it's a lot of work. So much discipline. Like, yeah, your homework's not due the next day. But
Right.
You get way more.
Yeah, and it's just way more involved stuff that you have to be doing. I will say though, the only thing I for me, like the college grind, it's different because the stuff that you're doing, it's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Not everyone's so fortunate with that,
Yeah.
but most of the time, like it's things that you at least have some interest in.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I could give a damn being in a science class learning about mitosis at 7:30 in the morning. I'm like, bro,
Yeah, exactly.
just stop with this stuff,
Yeah.
And it's like, and then it sucks because if you're teaching that, you're like, look, I know you don't want to learn this.
Yeah.
I don't want to even talk about this right now.
Yeah.
But you
Actually,
got,
no,
but
it's
you
usually,
gotta.
It's usually more, I like this stuff.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys like this?
Yeah, well, some people, some people like if you're really passionate about it and you love what you teach, then then it'll be good. But there's for sure those teachers that they did not like what they were teaching. They're just like, hey, it is what it is. And you gotta deal with high schoolers.
Those are the awful teachers.
Yeah, they are.
The teaching and business. I know we're going on a tangent here, but teaching and business.
That's how you always roll.
Those are like the two I would say like cop out majors. I would say like if you have no idea what you want to do, go into education, go into business, and then you quickly realize in both, it's not that easy.
Yeah,
not that easy at all.
No,
each one has it's so complex and like education's just so broad.
Mm-hmm.
All right, same with business. That's why everyone's like, oh yeah, just fall back on those majors. I'm like,
right.
And then you go into the workforce, like, trying to be a teacher or whatever, like, then you realize, wait, do I want to teach, like, elementary where I have to study every subject and teach every subject to kids? Or do I want to focus on one thing, one niche? And business is the same thing.
Yeah, and both of them, you got to be dealing with people, like, which, I say it all the time. I think a lot of people our age and definitely people who are younger, they don't have a lot of like personable skills, being able to connect with people.
Yeah.
And in those jobs, you have to,
Yeah.
but man, it's tough if you're trying to talk to high schoolers at 7:30 in the morning about something, because there's maybe like 5 kids who actually care about anything that you're talking about, It's just like you're just hitting a wall all the time.
And then like when it's around, wrapping it up, like summertime, like they don't want to be there, but it's sunny out and bright out. Everyone's like, hey, we're going to be done with school. It's going to be like 1:49.
Yeah. Vibes are like slightly up,
Yeah. It's like a same thing at work. Like I remember everyone takes time off during the summer, obviously, because it's the summer. But the vibe is just so different. Everyone's just a lot happier, smiling more. And then you go into the cold, dark times, and it's like, all right, head down, just grind it out for the next couple months. Yeah. And we're on to summer again.
Yeah. Bro, talk about the vibes, though. That's like us right now. Vibes are up. Vanguard.
Yeah.
Look at that. Bring it back, right?
Yep.
So, we're just going to do a quick wrap-up of everything. Say quick, but it's going to be probably a 4-hour episode.
This will be pretty in-depth. Because I will say, like, the thing that, like, we've done, I know it's only been 2 seasons, but we can finally give, like, a real review. I think I've mentioned it before. The people that play the game for, like, a day, and they're like, my final review of Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. Like, we literally did a whole research project on this game. Basically.
Yeah.
We played every single day for the most part. Hit master and everything. Got everything.
Yep.
Did everything possible, and
then this is our culmination of what we
Yeah.
think about the game.
Yeah.
And
then we'll rate it out of 10 at the end.
10 being best game of all time.
Yeah.
0 being not even, if it was on sale for $1, don't waste your dollar.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Which I don't think there's any game that could ever be at that level. If there's a game that's worth $1, buy it, bro. Come on. Even if it's awful, just buy it for the comedic value.
Yeah.
You know? So we're going to start off with the cons.
Yeah.
Because
Cons
like
first.
we said, we want to end the episode on a good note. Because there are things that I do like about this game, genuinely.
Yeah.
It's a smaller list.
Yeah.
But the cons run deep.
Yeah.
First thing I wanted to mention in the cons is talking about what we had in the intro. I was talking about the season pass thing, how I hit tier 100.
Yep.
Just because this is fresh in our mind. So maybe some people listening might disagree with this because I thought about it today.
Yeah.
I can see the other side of this.
Oh, yeah. I can see the other side of it, too.
But I'm with you on this.
Yeah.
So
It's probably a hot take.
yeah. So what happened with my season pass, right? I was like tier 98, played a game yesterday morning, and then I was like, oh, let me go check how far I'm in the battle pass. And then it said buy battle pass, which I was like, oh, okay. Well, I thought it was like, you go spend like the 1,400 credits or 1,000 credits, whatever, and buy it. But I bought it for nothing, got everything up to my tier, and then that gave me 2 skip tokens, and I got to tier 100.
Yeah.
So I never bought the battle pass, but I was unlocking things. I could not like use them, but I was leveling up into it. And then this is where our whole talk about this, we were chatting about it, how it's kind of BS.
Yeah.
That it tracks the entire time. Even that was my mistake, and I didn't buy it. We're on the side of like, I should be punished for that.
Yeah. So basically, you played the game this whole time, and you forgot to buy the battle pass in the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And when you went to go buy it, obviously you put a ton of like time into it. It just brought you all the way up to tier 98.
Yeah.
And then since you, there are 2 like free battle pass tokens in the battle pass that it gave you, and then you got to 100. I don't know how other people feel about this. In my opinion, it's probably harsh because some people probably like, oh, you put in all the work, like you should be able to buy the battle pass anytime you want and then get all that all the loot, whatever is in the battle pass.
Right.
But I strongly disagree.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you think that's the way, I'm not calling you soft, but you should be punished. You should be starting from the beginning of the season, in my opinion, because if you weren't gonna buy the battle pass in the beginning of the game, like, what's making you go and buy it like later on? In my opinion,
right. No, that's like for me, it was just an error.
Oh,
yeah. You know what I mean? But like we always buy the battle pass this season. I did not. But it's a goal of ours every year or every season rather to hit tier 100. I'm with you on it. Like I should be, because I'm on their side, or in my defense, they should like push it more to be buying it.
Yeah.
Like to be showing, because at the end of the game, it's like, oh yeah, I'm hitting tiers, like I'm leveling up in the battle pass, but it's not counting for anything.
Yeah.
Which doesn't really make any sense to me.
Yeah.
I didn't understand why that was the thing. I was like, why the hell why does it even matter that I'm leveling up in this battle pass if I'm not actually getting this stuff?
And like the argument there would be like, if you're leveling up, what I would say is, how do you not realize, or you're not unlocking anything?
Yeah.
And you're leveling up in the battle pass. And that, like, again, I see why people would. I'm going to say we're on the minority of it. The majority of people are like, you put in the work, you should be able to buy it anytime you want.
Yeah.
And you should be rewarded because you put in the time for it.
Yeah.
I see it as a participation trophy, because what about the people that got it in the beginning of the game, put in all the hard work in the beginning, and what do they get like out of it at the end?
Yeah.
If you're going to buy it late on into the season, I think you should start in the beginning, and you have to work your way up and get to tier 100 to get all that extra stuff.
Well, what they should do is they should have like 2 separate things. So if you're playing the game, it doesn't track your season pass until you buy it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That would be the way to fix that, and to encourage people to even buy the season pass, you know? It's like, oh, you have to just go and pay for this thing if you want to be unlocking these.
Yeah.
Instead of myself where it's just like, oh, yeah, I forgot to, and then I get 98 items, basically.
Yeah. And I can see the argument against it where, like, well, what if I don't have the $10, like, now? Which I completely get. Kids play this.
Yeah.
They don't have, like, they have to use their parents' credit card or whatever.
Right.
And I think if you have to do that, like, you should still have to, like, grind and, like, get the reward afterwards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we put in, say, like, you did buy in the beginning, like me, right? I bought it from the beginning of the game.
Yep.
I got everything, and I don't think I was rewarded enough because I bought the battle pass the day it came out, and I got all the season, like, challenges, all that crap, right?
Right.
But I just think it's unfair to me and, like, anybody else that bought in the beginning, where if you play the game, you know, and later on, like, towards the end of the season, you go ahead and buy it, and it just gives you everything.
Yeah. No, I like, for you buying it early, there's no incentive.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think that's, like, what your biggest point is there should be some either incentive for you or punishment, say, like, or you don't get that.
The punishment should be you have to start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so it worked out for me.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have to pay for it, but I do see both sides of it. I think for like on what we're saying with the season pass, it would be good if there could be some changes to it as to how it tracks. And big thing for me before we move off of season pass is just the amount of stuff that they have in it that's, like, interesting. This could be just me. I wasn't really intrigued by anything that they ever added in the season pass. Yeah. I don't like the season pass thing as a whole.
Yeah.
It's just it doesn't really it doesn't interest me. Like, I never checked the season pass part of it because most of the stuff in them I don't care about, other than like the tier 100 emblem, which I usually think is, like, it's pretty cool. But I mean, that's really just a me thing. Yeah. You know, a lot of people would disagree, but that's just me.
I would say a lot of people. Like, season pass, there's nothing. You really have to like me, right? I really forced myself to, like, look at the season pass.
Yeah.
Just to make the game a little more interesting.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you look at all my, like, finishers and stuff, I go in and, like, equipped all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because in my head, I'm like, look, I'm grinding. You know, I bought the season pass.
Right.
I might as well go in and, like, use all this stuff instead of, like you buying it and not using any of it.
Yeah.
In my, like, just the way that I think it's a waste at that point.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, where other people make the argument of, well, then that's why you don't buy the season pass and have it track.
Yeah.
Then just don't buy the season pass at the end then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's there's definitely a disconnect there.
Yeah.
Somewhere with it. Mm-hmm. But for me, I mean, you say that, like, season pass, did you generally like the season pass? Like, as a whole, are you a fan of it? No. So both of us, season pass, like, the whole idea, a bit of a con.
Because the season pass, like, big picture, it's just microtransactions.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Like, we don't even get any, like, cool things out of it.
Yeah.
The coolest things, again, like you said, it's the level 100 stuff, and I think, like, the finishers and, like, taunts, whatever. That's it.
Yeah, and something, like, I'll tie in with that, like, the lack of stuff that is the customization in this game. That was something that I wasn't, like, that big of a fan of. I felt like there wasn't much in the way of it. Mm-hmm. In the way of, like, some of the older Call of Duties, like, I mean, one that immediately comes to mind, I don't know why they haven't ever replicated it, was Advanced Warfare. Mm-hmm. Just something where you can, like, in-game, you can unlock stuff to go and customize your character. Yeah. Everything in this game, and it's been in recent CODs, is just all microtransactions. You really can't, there's very few things that you can unlock in the game that are really cool. Mm-hmm. By just playing the game. Yeah,
that's since after Black Ops 4.
Yeah.
Black Ops 4 was the last one. Again, we hype up BO4 a lot because I think BO4 was the most refined, like, system that you could have possible.
Yeah.
Like, Advanced Warfare and BO3, I didn't play IW, but there's a lot of customization on, like, your actual character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not just saying like skins or whatever. They had that, but you could customize like helmets, leggings, chest plate, like arms, stuff like that. And I get where coming from the developer side, where all right, that's a little too much customization. Like it's a lot of work on their end.
Right.
But then you go to BO4 where they fix that, and now you have like cool skins.
Mm-hmm.
But you could get the cool skins from random loot crates.
Yeah.
Just playing the game.
Yeah.
We didn't need to go in and like you had the option to go spend money and buy the whatever skin or camo for your gun like right away.
Yeah.
But you had the option to just go and grind and like use a loot crate.
Yeah, and everything is just locked behind behind whatever pack that they've put stuff in.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of skins in there that I do like. They had like good ideas and stuff. The problem was just the accessibility to it.
Yeah, it's a huge paywall.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not that's where they should, if they do continue this going forward, which like people are saying like, oh, they'll get rid of microtransactions. Like you're out of your mind. Like they'll never get rid of it. But tweaking it in ways that fans would, like myself, someone as a consumer, I would pay for it. If you could buy a skin in the game that was 100, 200 COD points, I would buy it.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of skins that I would buy.
Yeah.
But the fact is that you can't do that. You have to spend $20 on some pack where 95% of the crap in it.
You just want the skin.
I don't want. Yeah, I just want the character skin, or it's like, okay, I just want that camo, you know?
Yeah. I think they need to lower the price, because we all know Activision can lower the price if they really wanted to.
Yeah, bro, they're not a startup.
Yeah, they could do that. They need to go like the Valorant, the CS:GO route, where like in Fortnite, like.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Fortnite, perfect example.
Like skins are like $5-10.
Yeah,
I would pay $5 for a skin.
Yeah,
easily. $10, like. You need to bundle it with some other stuff, but if it was a really cool skin, I'd buy it. Like I buy the CDL skins.
Yeah,
like I think that's worth it, even though low key they're lame the past couple of years, but still support.
Yeah, no, exactly. You know, when it's I don't know what the word is. It's like manipulation, but it's when the price is lower. You're just being like, oh yeah, it's only $2. Oh yeah, whatever, $5, and then you just keep doing that over time, and it'll make sense. Whereas somebody like us, we see $20 and we're just like immediately turned off. We're like, no, I'm not spending $20 on it, you know. But I would probably spend 20, if not more, throughout the year if I'm seeing like cool things that come up, which the game had, but just individually.
Yeah. It's I learned about it in college.
What is that? There's a term for that.
It's consumer. It's consumer something.
Yeah,
I can't remember. There's some specific word for it.
Our business people out there who are in college
in marketing, because it's like credit cards too. It's all psychology at the end of the day. It's more
That's what. That's why I say manipulation. Because it's not exactly that, but it is like
marketing is manipulation.
You're playing with like people's minds a little bit.
Like if you're,
we're
more likely to spend. Like I'll buy a skin if it's $2.99.
Yeah, exactly.
Like easily, and I think Fortnite they did the best at it because you could, I think, buy the bundle, like the skin and the glider and the pick. I think that was like $20, and you got all three to complete everything.
Yeah,
which is like, all right, it is $20. That's a lot,
right? But
the skins were pretty cool. The gliders were cool, and the pickaxe is cool.
Yeah,
and I think the reason, I'd be more willing to spend $20 on that, right? Because I see the skin when I'm playing.
Mm-hmm.
You use a glider all the time when you're playing,
and the pickaxe,
and you're always using the pick, so you're always constantly being reminded, like, all right, I'm getting my money's worth because I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
But then you spent $20 on the COD skin. You literally get the skin,
sticker.
You equipped your calling card and sticker, and that's it.
Yeah,
and no one sees calling card and stickers anymore.
Yeah, no, you never see the calling card, sticker, charms, emblems. You just don't see it as much.
Yeah.
So again, if you're gonna have to pay for something that you're really not gonna see much, especially waiting in the lobby, you don't see it.
Yeah.
It's
not like before where if you want to see it, you have to go and hover over the person.
Yeah.
Go through each person.
Yeah.
And in Fortnite, I'm pretty sure it was $5 for a skin and $5 for the glider, and then $5. Actually, it might be different. It might be like $10 for skin, something like that.
Yep.
But I would be way more likely to be like, all right, I'm gonna just buy the skin because I just like the skin.
Yeah.
Not the glider.
Yeah, exactly. I would too.
Yeah, but in COD, like they have so much room.
Yeah.
To make everything customizable, but they just put a huge paywall.
Yeah, in this game for me, like I think it was like this in
Past 3 games.
Yeah, it's been like this.
Yeah.
So this is going to be just another consistent one.
Yeah.
Lack of customization or access to the stuff that they add in for customization.
Yeah. And that's a big point for us because, like, if we go back to Cold War, we played the shit out of Cold War because we just enjoyed the game, but we probably would have enjoyed the game more if we could actually buy skins that we wanted.
Yeah.
Like the fundamentals of Cold War we really liked.
Yeah.
But there was no customization at all.
Yeah,
whatsoever.
exactly. Yeah, it was pretty much zero.
Yeah.
So another thing too that I had along with like lack of customization, before I get to the biggest thing, was lack of updates.
Yeah.
To the game, like a small point. I guess if you want to call it that, even though it's kind of a big deal. This game did not. I don't know. They weren't transparent about like updates that were going to come to certain modes. There were a lot of things that were broken at launch, things that are still broken to this day, glitches that never got resolved.
Yep.
Unacceptable.
Yeah.
Unacceptable.
I think I remember at launch we did our beta episode, and the beta felt like clunky, and then we went and actually played the game. It was smooth, a lot better.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, sweet. And I remember in the beginning of the year, they were saying, we're going to be really transparent this year. We're going to give you all the updates. We're going to update the game more. And I will say they did in the beginning, and they put, like, patch notes and stuff.
Yep.
But then they just stopped because things were breaking. Like, really bad. They were breaking.
Yeah.
And they kind of just gave up after that.
Yeah, which tends to be they tend to follow the trend of the player base. As the game starts, people are super hyped.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like that with Modern Warfare 2. As time goes on, it's just a constant downward trajectory.
Yeah.
People start falling off.
Yeah.
And lose interest in the game from the initial hype. But they, instead of trying to really bring people back in, they did with some of these updates, which customization, it costs $20 to go and buy. But just modes and stuff that people played. They were broken. For us, we talked about it all the time. It was a big problem for us was control.
Yeah.
Control, there was a lot of things that were wrong with it. It's better now, but, it took them months for small changes that I don't understand why they took so long.
Because like you said, every COD, like, there's always an initial hype, and then it kind of just goes down and then plateaus.
Yep.
And that's always going to happen with, like, any game.
Yeah.
But you need to keep updating the game and keeping the player base that's already playing stay there and bring people back.
Yeah.
And, I get it. They want to focus on, like, the big game modes that everyone plays, like Warzone, obviously. But I'm not even going into that because they didn't really update Warzone at all either.
Yeah.
It just seemed like they kind of just gave up because so many things were broken this year. And as a person, like, we only play Control. Like, we play a ton of... That's how we warm up. We always play pubs in Control. And things were just always broken. And it's still broken to this day.
Well, yeah, Control, and then, like, a point of it, too, is their flagship mode. That was going to be the biggest thing, Champion Hill.
Yeah.
We play a ton. Now that we're done with the game, we're really just going to be logging on for Champ Hill, maybe play like a pub
chill
or
out.
two.
Yeah.
Yeah, like super laid back. But that was one of the modes that they advertised being a big thing. And Alpha is one of them. I think you're right. I think it was the Alpha.
Yeah, because it was only that. The beta was like everything else.
And they never added a single thing to it.
Never updated it.
Which is crazy because that mode, it is 2v2s.
Yeah.
Which MW 2019 had, and they updated it with new maps and
tournaments.
There was so much that they could have done with it.
Yeah.
And Cold War had the same kind of thing, when they added that in there.
Yeah,
yeah with the whole like you said, the bracket system.
Yeah.
I guess it kind of did that, but it was more random.
Yeah. It didn't. I don't know. I guess it sounds bad to say. Like, you and I, we go in. I would say the majority, like 95% of the time, like, we're not worried. We're going in. We're gonna win.
Yeah.
And
I don't even think about it.
Yeah. Like, we're just gonna. We normally win.
Right.
And it's because we really like COD and we're competitive in it. But, it'd be nice to have like a bracket play. Because when we win, it's like, all right, cool, another one. It doesn't feel as good, like coming in first. When I remember playing in the bracket, you could you finish your game and then you're waiting there.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, who's getting this?
Yeah.
We're playing them next. If we win this, we're going to the championship round. And like in MW, I'll say like they did a good job with doing that bracket, and then at the end you get like rewards.
Yeah.
It's not just XP. In this, you get nothing. It's XP.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, you would get titles for like winning, you get emblems,
Titles, charms,
you get cool stuff.
Yeah.
And those are all little things that they could have added to it.
Yeah.
That for us, I don't know what the player base is like in Champion Hill, but nonetheless, they should have added stuff to that mode along with fixing a lot of the base modes that are in the game.
Yeah.
And they never did. So that was a huge problem for me.
Yeah.
It still is. Like I don't like that. In the whole life cycle of this game, there was never a new Champ Hill map.
Yeah,
that got added.
There's only 4 maps. 4 maps.
There was never a new rotation of guns.
Yeah.
The only things that they ever added in Champ Hill that were different were like snipers only, rocket launchers only, and I think that's it.
Yeah, and they did that twice.
Yeah.
In the whole
for like the matter of a week or two.
Where like again, that stuff like we enjoyed that. But why didn't you do it more often?
Yeah.
And again, like we've mentioned before, week to week, like, oh yeah, duos is gone.
Yep.
They keep rotating it out, and then they add like, the sniper playlist, like that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to do that like more often, and don't take away like the base game mode where everyone else plays.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand what was going on there. I don't know what they were smoking.
Because it's a good gimmick.
Yeah.
We get tired of 2v2s, like regular weapons, we go to snipers.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of people felt that way too. And that's something easy where you could just add that in. Like a knife-only game mode. Yeah,
or, they make, like for ourselves, what we do recently, we're starting to try it, depending on, like, once we kind of see how the other players are, we'll just use different guns and, like, make it harder for ourselves, you know? It sounds like we're gloating about it, but, like, seriously, there's not a lot of... I don't know what the skill-based is in Champ Hill, but it's kind of like non-existent.
Yeah, it's very
It's weird. Yeah. Like you get some people, like just yesterday, there's some people, like you wonder what their body temp is, like if these are actual humans that are playing, And then there's sometimes you're playing people, they're really good, Like you got to tip it to them, like they're good players.
Yeah.
And those are obviously the ones that we really want to, like we enjoy and we're pumped about winning, Not the ones that are like where we're 12-12. We've got all the lives. These guys got 2 lives. And I'm like, how did you even make it here? Like, you suck.
Yeah. Yeah. And, like, I know some of the people listening, they've commented and said, like, you guys are definitely more, we wouldn't call you casuals. You guys are more of, like, the competitive players. Which, like, that's a fair point. That's true. But, we like to bundle ourselves in the casual group. Because, well, one, we don't play tournaments. We don't play for winnings or anything. Like, we just play the game for fun.
Yeah.
But, like, we pick up game. Like, we're just competitive people. It doesn't even need to be, like, a video game. Just in general, we're competitive.
Yeah.
And, when we're playing 2v2s, we're going in to win. It's not like we're stressing out all the time trying to win. I think it'd be more fun if we had that pressure in, like, a bracket play thing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. If they had something like that where it would add a level of, say, competition, and maybe boost up the skill base, like the players that are going to be in there. I mean, you'll always get people who are, not like at your skill level. But the fact that they never did anything like that is a real bummer. We really like Champion Hill.
Yeah.
But just a little thing like that could have kept it going and made it even better for us and everybody else that plays it, and they never touched it.
The bare minimum is adding a new map. Or no, actually, the bare minimum is switching the classes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Adding a different rotation of guns and stuff that you could buy.
That's it, yeah.
But they never did that.
Yeah.
So my last con that I had was the biggest one for me, probably my biggest gripe with the whole game, maps.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
That's not my biggest.
For me, the maps in this game, capital T trash.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just do not. I don't really resonate with any of the maps in this game. And for me, if you're gonna have like a good COD needs good maps.
Yeah.
End of discussion.
Yeah.
There's no map in this game that I'll remember and be like excited about.
Yeah.
There were maps that I didn't mind as much, like Tuscan.
Yeah.
I thought was like in this COD, it's an okay map. Like it's a good map. No,
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a good map in this COD.
Yeah.
But there were very few maps that I really got excited about, and there were maps too that I thought they were going to add to this game.
Yeah.
Like throwback maps, and they never did.
Yeah.
You know, like old World of War maps that I was excited about, you know, being a World of War head.
Yeah.
And they never did.
Yeah. No, I don't think none of these maps were great in my opinion, but I think at least for me, like playing the game so much, some of the maps like did grow on me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think there were good maps, but they weren't great.
Right.
Like I'm trying, like honestly, like I'm just speaking from pubs in general. I enjoy Tuscan. I like playing Bokage. I like playing Paradise. That's really it. Like that's what pops in my head. Like right away. Those 3 maps.
Paradise comes into my head, being the 2.
So I enjoyed those maps. I thought they were good for pubs at least. You know, competitive is a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But that's later on. But no, yeah, I agree. Like the maps they weren't anything great. You know?
Because I was gonna say because you made a point about how some of them grew on it. I was gonna shift to my pro. That's kind of like off of this. But did you have anything you wanted to add into your cons list?
So another thing I want to touch on too was the matchmaking. Because that's my number 1.
Yep.
Overall, mainly because like
I didn't even add that in there.
Yeah, that's my number 1 over everything. Like, and people probably thinking like, "Oh, it's your internet."
Nope.
No, I'm telling you, it is not my internet. I have really good internet.
Dude, I mean, even when I was at my old place, man, I had wired internet.
Yeah.
Like directly into my router. I had insane speeds.
Yeah.
Matchmaking was trash. It still is.
I have like I'm supposed to be getting like 1,000 up, 1,000 down.
Yeah.
Like my house like averages like 900 up, 900 down.
Mm-hmm.
That's like pretty good internet, like a lot better than, you know,
way better
what
than
most people have, right? And like I'm just trying to game, right?
Yeah.
And the matchmaking, the reason why I put it number 1 over everything else could have been broken, like how it is right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd rate the game a little bit higher.
Yeah.
The matchmaking was so awful for me because it was every day. Like it just built up over time.
Yeah.
Every single day I'm logging on. Like I can't even imagine how much time I spent throughout this lifespan of this game sitting in the lobby.
Yeah.
Loading.
Yeah. I mean, like we're going to go play tonight and we're going to have it, you know.
Yeah.
We're going to load into like we're going to go hit quick play and it's going to take forever. It's just I don't understand why. And you know it's not the internet because then when we went and played the MW2 beta, it is instantaneous when you get into games. Obviously, like no shit, there's a bunch of people that are playing it, but I don't get why they've got it. Like I don't know how it's set up as to how they like the matchmaking is in this game.
Yeah, matchmaking and like all the servers and stuff.
Yeah, that's like I'm not that heavy into it. But whatever it is disastrous in this game. And I wonder if other people feel the same way or have the same experience because, like you said, it's not like you're just sitting there for like, oh, you got to wait 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's minutes.
Yeah. Minutes is a long time.
Like, if you sit there and count a minute out loud, like, it's insane.
I feel like I'm sitting at a red light the whole time.
Yeah.
And that just builds up after months and months and months.
Yeah.
And the thing too is like I get it. You know, people don't play like in the beginning of the game. Like you're gonna find a match quicker, and then like people just slowly drop off. There aren't that many people on Vanguard anymore. Like we know that.
Right.
But we shouldn't be sitting in lobbies for like nearly 10 minutes. I'm not even exaggerating about that.
Yeah.
Like, I back out and join again. Back out and join again.
Yeah. It's not that much of a desert.
Yeah.
You know?
No, it's not. And people have said, you know, oh, don't play Control.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we've tried playing other game modes.
Yeah. I mean,
and it's still bare.
Yeah. Like I'll play. Like I was playing Kill Confirmed.
Yeah.
And
It's better.
It's better, but
yeah.
it's still not that good.
Yeah.
You know, even TDM is the mode to play if you're struggling to find people. Like everybody plays TDM.
Yeah,
everybody.
Yeah,
and it's still slow.
Yeah, and I'm talking like if I'm playing by myself, I'll find a game within like a minute to 2 minutes.
Yeah,
but a minute to 2 minutes is a long time just sitting there, just twiddling my thumbs.
Yeah, and then for when we team up and they have to find a lobby like where they need like 10 out of 12 players and they need 2 more. Forgot about it.
Yeah, and people they might say, "Oh, well, it's like our NAT type and connections together," which I understand that, but at the same time too, like that this has not happened in like the other CODs because this is the only game where like I wanted to add to like the connection thing. Yeah, is we had like high latency in this game. Like, and this has never happened in any other Call of Duty before. Yeah, no,
I've never experienced it before where like the internet is so dodgy.
Yeah.
And like again, you get in the latency variation and
like
all this stuff. Like
we didn't get that in other CODs.
No.
And in Cold War too, like I know in Cold War, like you could see your ping and stuff.
Yep.
In this game you can see your ping too, but Cold War we noticed like the slightest difference.
Yeah.
You're an AR player, like if you're on 30 ping and then you're playing 50 to 70 ping, it's so different.
Yeah.
And this is getting like a little more like competitive, but even in Cold War, like we found matches quickly.
Yeah.
This game, it took a toll on me.
Yeah, and it still does.
Yeah, because we probably find the fastest games in 2v2s for like all game modes.
Right, and that's just because that's like the best way to pair up is like we have already 2 people in there.
Yeah.
And even still, Champ Hill's not instant, man. Like it'll take you like 30, 45 seconds to find a lobby.
Yeah.
You know, which I mean, if you play the game, you know, like that's a long time compared to like Modern Warfare 2 or any of these other games where you should find a game within like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and it's nearly double or triple or like you're not even lying, dude. 10 minutes, like it's been that like overall of going in, backing out, going in.
Yeah. And, you know, I've played I have almost 14 days on this game. Think about, like, all the time of just me sitting in the lobby.
Yeah.
Just trying to find a game.
It's crazy.
And, again, like, I really want to reiterate, it took a toll on me.
Yeah.
Because for a person, like, I know, like, you didn't go for camos, but I went for camos.
Yeah.
I'm frying. I want to be in a game.
Right.
Like.
Instant turnaround.
Yeah. Because the time where I got 3 nukes in a row, I was in games like pretty quick.
Right.
And like you know, I'm hot. Like I don't want to get cold.
Yeah.
And dude, if I'm just sitting there like, okay, I want to get this camo done. I need to sign off and get dinner.
Right.
But I can't find a game.
Yeah.
Like it was so frustrating.
Yeah. No,
it took a huge toll.
I didn't add it in there. But yeah, 1,000, dude. It's for sure in the list. I mean, I don't know. I just totally blacked out. Didn't even think about it. But it's just because
other stuff.
You know,
this just has been on.
Yeah, it's a daily thing.
Yeah, because in the beginning of the year, like it wasn't as bad. Like I will say, when the game first came out.
No,
but
it took a
talking
huge...
about the updates. Something with the updates. I swear to God.
Yeah,
screwed it up.
I don't know.
And
what
then
the
we start
was.
lagging too, and like
it's disastrous.
Yeah, but. That's my biggest gripe of the game. Like that brings my rating down, just because you know we've played it every single day.
Right,
to deal with it.
So, off of those bad, all the cons of it.
Yeah, so we just went nearly 45 minutes. Just
we'll keep the pros
dogging the game.
We'll keep the pros a little bit shorter and a little bit sweeter.
Yeah,
something that I did want to say, talking about the maps, which I obviously was just shitting on, and then you were saying, they, you know, like some of them grew on me. I will say these maps, they would have felt a lot worse if the game felt bad, but a pro for me is the overall movement in this game. Gameplay and movement, I think in Vanguard is really good.
Yeah.
I liked it. I ain't like, you've said it before, and I agree with you. You gotta put quotations if you're watching. I enjoy playing playing the game.
Yeah.
Like the way the game feels is good.
Yeah.
You know, when the connection is nice, it's smooth, it's quick, it's responsive.
Yeah.
You know, it's I don't know. It doesn't feel like, I don't feel super heavy. I don't feel clunky.
Yeah.
That's something I do like about this game a lot.
Yeah, I feel like
we're fast players too.
Yeah.
So we like fast games. You know?
It's like a mix of like MW19 and like Cold War, like I don't know, pushed together.
Yeah.
Where MW, like I don't know, we didn't play that game a lot again, and it feels so different.
Yeah.
Cold War felt like traditional COD. This game felt more like traditional COD than MW, just with like the tac sprint.
Yep.
And like I completely agree, because I think I've said it a couple times in previous episodes, but I enjoy playing the game itself.
Yeah.
When I'm playing on boat gauge, like getting 3 pieces, 4 pieces, it's so smooth.
Yeah.
Really, really smooth.
Yeah.
And I remember in the beginning of the year, you and I were like, dude, this is going to be hard to go on streaks because you die so quick. But again, we adapt. And it just, once you get in a flow, you're in a flow.
Yeah, big time. This game, I feel like the amount of like clips that I've pulled in this game is way more than any other game.
Yeah.
Just because, again, like when you're in that flow state,
yeah,
for us, I feel like I don't know, I'm untouchable.
Yeah,
in those moments.
Yeah, you feel unstoppable.
Yeah, I mean, Cold War had it a little bit, but this game I definitely feel it more.
Yeah, the momentum shift.
Yeah, and
a lot of momentum shift.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just the overall like movement of this game I really like. Like even just from MW2, like I like this a lot. Like I like how smooth it is. When I played MW2, like I definitely, it'll take a bit to get used to.
Yeah,
I wouldn't compare them at all because I've only played about like a couple hours of the beta compared to like almost like basically 10 days of Vanguard. But like from the rip, it feels heavier. It feels heavier and it feels slower. Compared to Vanguard, where like I'm flying,
which is fair because we are like gliding around in Vanguard.
Yeah,
and like it benefits us because we're fast players,
right?
But well, we'll get used to the MW2 like movement, but I want to see how we feel like compared
when we
like,
do our MW2 review
2 years later.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, I really enjoyed the movement in Vanguard.
Yeah,
when you're just like in that flow state, just kill after kill after kill.
Yeah,
like it feels so good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And again, the other thing too is like I hate wooden guns.
Yeah, no, I get you.
I don't like World War II settings and stuff, but in this game, it didn't feel like I was in World War II in the end.
Well,
because
the
it took away
the
stupid realism, like point that they keep talking about. Like,
right.
I started like enjoying the game more because they added a trophy system. Like,
right.
I can slide cans.
And crazy skins and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Something off of that, talking about like the realism. You're talking about the weapons. For me, one thing I liked is I felt the weapon balance in this game was pretty good. Obviously every COD's always going to have the weapons that shine out the most. Like for us, I mean, it was obviously Automaton and MP40. That was the meta. But there weren't any guns. Like, I mean, I would see some that would like, they were say like I don't know, unknown guns or like not as popular.
Yeah.
And you could still do really well with them.
Yeah.
It wasn't like the MP40 was far and above. Like if you don't use that gun, you're getting fried.
Yeah.
I saw a good amount of variation in this game when they added new guns too. They weren't broken messes like they were in Cold War.
Yeah.
Because Cold War, they could never get it right. They would put out these guns and it was like they almost wanted you to get these guns, like buying them or like playing in the season pass.
Yeah.
Because they're like, if you're not using these, you're screwed.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. Yep. I agree. And the weapons too. We mentioned it in MW2 and like MW19, like the recoil of the guns. Like I think like adding more recoil to weapons, right? It creates a skill gap.
Yep.
Which I completely agree. I'm fine with the added recoil. But in MW2, they add the recoil, and they make you die like way quicker in this game, which says a lot because this game you die really fast.
Yeah.
I think if you want to make it more casual and easier for everyone else, you keep the recoil to a minimum. Hot take, a lot of people are probably going to not like that. But I think Cold War and Vanguard did a good job with, trying to bring the casual players. And and like making that skill gap a little bit smaller by making every gun like a laser.
Yeah.
I guess, but not. I don't know. I just really enjoyed not having like too much insane recoil.
Yeah. No, I mean there's multiple ways to go about it. I agree with you. You know, if you have a variety of guns and they're relatively easy to handle in this game, then you'll feel like it's easier or you're not as intimidating to explore.
Yeah,
you know.
I used the AK-74U in MW2, like the beta a lot.
Yep.
That gun, like I think that's like the perfect amount of recoil.
Yeah.
It felt like really good.
Right.
It's definitely way more than
any gun in Vanguard.
Yeah, any gun in Vanguard. Like even the MP40 had like, you know, it has like some recoil like, here and there. That's a stupid bloom.
Right.
But I think that's one way to like eliminate that skill gap. Like if you want to cater towards more casual players.
Yeah.
Because I just noticed in MW at least, like I would pick up a weapon and like my bullet spread is crazy.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not playing Rainbow Six Siege.
Well,
I'm playing Call of Duty.
I remember I said that in one of the past episodes. I think it was like what 84, 85.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that with the M4. Like sometimes it's just hard to see people because the muzzle flash and then like again the recoil. It's insane.
Yeah.
So this game, for like what your point, you know, if you want to have people come in like at any skill level and use these guns, it's not that difficult.
Yeah.
And then just in general, we were happy because there wasn't a gun that like you would get pissed if you saw someone using it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like those guns were there in Cold War. In this game, I never felt it. Even now, at the end with the F2000 coming in, like that's a good gun.
Yeah.
But it's not a broken mess. You know.
Yeah.
Like it's just it is a good gun.
Yeah, I agree. And you know, again, I think we sound really biased with like because we're fast players.
Right.
We shoot a lot straighter than I would say like your average person.
Right.
And we like have played like competitively.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's like our skill gap.
Yeah.
We took the time and put our time like into learning this stuff.
Yeah.
Where, you know, like any of our friends that say they're good at Call of Duty,
most of the time they're not that good.
Yeah. But if they
is.
picked up Vanguard, like, you know, they could get like a decent amount of kills, you know, in a game. But then if you go up against someone like us who's like played the game a lot more, we can like break your ankles in game. Yeah, we can like hit random like shots.
Right.
But that's just because we play the game all the time.
Well, yeah, of course. That stuff just comes with experience and playing the game more.
Yeah.
You know, but at any level, like whether, you know, us or people that use, like, I don't know why I've been getting paired up with people recently who are like level 1. Maybe it's because I'm trash. Or there's just nobody that's playing. But some of these people that would come in, you know, and they're not like reset people. Yeah. You know, or people that made a new account.
Yeah.
You know, you can hang with most of these guns, and they're not always using the automaton and MP40. It's a decent spread of guns.
It's little Timmy asking his parents like, "I want the Call of Duty." And
right.
They go into they find like Call of Duty.
Yeah,
the latest Call of Duty.
Yeah, exactly. Vanguard. And they go and buy that. Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, they burn $5 because that's what it costs now.
Yeah.
Yeah, just comparing like from Cold War, where I remember the feed was literally all at the time it was XM4s and 74Us.
Yeah,
and then it ended up being 74Us and what was the
Krig.
Yeah, the Krig.
Yeah,
you know that was everybody was using those guns. You know, and this
if you weren't, you're at a huge disadvantage.
Yeah, in this game, it's not really that case, which is good.
Yeah.
You know, the competitive side, forget about it. Like that's always going to be they'll always choose the best guns.
Yeah.
But in the casual aspect, from my experience, I saw a lot of people using different guns, which is good, and not like getting destroyed because like getting punished for using a gun. You know?
Exactly. And I think it's a good way of introducing the average casual player just coming in, picking up the game, playing. You can have fun, and then you play against a really good person. Well, you're gonna get destroyed because that person has the same exact class setup as you, whatever. They just know how to play the game better.
Yeah, exactly. And then going off of the competitive stuff.
Yeah.
For my
add to that.
Yeah, next thing that I liked, or did you want to add some?
I was just gonna say ranked.
Yeah.
They added ranked.
Yeah.
And we played a lot of ranked.
Yeah, I mean the fact that they had a ranked system is obviously great.
Mm-hmm.
But the ranked system in this game was really good, in our opinion. Would you agree?
Yeah. For us, it was good.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things that could they could have done better.
Right.
Like the whole SR thing, like you need some way to track to get to your progress to your next tier.
Mm-hmm.
I think they could have been more clear about how you earn SR and like,
just a little bit,
all that, right? But I'm just glad they had a rank system where it was decent.
Yeah,
I will say, like in our eyes, it was good in really competitive players. Probably not good for them, and I would argue mainly because of the game, and like you have no idea how SR tracks.
Yeah,
Go in a game like you're lower tier, you get like 70 SR, then you get into like elite or whatever, you get like 10.
Yeah,
it'd be nice to know like
how the math works. I say like mathematically how it works out, but just have some consistency there.
Yeah,
because some games, like. I mean, I remember like I would lose a game, but I would get like 5 SR, which to me that makes no sense.
Yeah.
And then again, there would be some games where like you would fry and I would do worse than you.
Yeah.
But I would get the same amount of SR.
Yeah. There's no clear way of like seeing what am I being tracked on?
Yeah.
Like we just knew like objective time. And like kills, obviously.
Yeah,
that's like all we could base it off of,
right?
And like winning, obviously, but that's like a clear point. In
yeah, and I mean like this rank play, like it was nothing to write home about. Like it wasn't revolutionary or anything, but it was just because the other CODs like they've messed it up, and this one was just as it should be.
Yeah.
Obviously things that they can refine to it, but it was good to have a COD with a pretty solid rank play system that we could go in and we could play and show off and like just it was good.
Yeah, get our like competitive like itch out. And the like MW didn't even have a ranked.
Yeah.
Cold War added ranked, but like literally 2 months before the game was ending.
Yeah.
We didn't even play it because we enjoyed pubs more.
Yeah, it was way later on.
And this ranked system reminds me a lot of BO4. And BO4, I play the shit out of ranked.
Yeah.
With me and my roommate. Like I played all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like very, very similar to BO4. With like earning the like in BO4 it's like jewels.
Right.
I forget what it is in this. Yeah. It's not SR, it's like the ladder points.
Yeah, ladder points.
Into
Gotcha.
that. Yeah. But I think there just needs to be a better way of tracking. Just making it easier for all of us to know, like, all right.
Yeah, for sure.
I need like X number of points to get to this tier, and how am I going to get there?
Yeah, just like knowing, like not being stunned by how much you gain or lose, whether it's good or bad.
Yeah.
It was definitely frustrating at times when you're trying to rank up and you do really well, and you're like, what? Like I only got like 8, 9 SR. You're like, that makes no sense.
Yeah, and like I get there are times where like we've lost and we knew like, okay, we're an elite. We just lost to people in like advanced. We should not be losing to people in advanced.
Right, they should punish you for that. Yeah.
Yeah. And like we have gotten punished. I remember losing like 20 SR after a game. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Which
is
like psychotic.
Yeah. That's we deserve it because we did win.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't. The game's respecting us.
Yeah.
Respecting our game.
Right.
But yeah, I just wanted to say, like, ranked is. I'm glad they added ranked early. You and I played a lot of ranked. Probably like our first time actually ever, honestly, playing like competitively together, and it was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah,
because we've always been competitive. But one advice I will say, if MW2, Sledgehammer, you guys are, or Infinity War, if you guys are listening, add 4v4 regular. But go back to, add like 2v2 tournaments.
Yeah, like S&D tourneys.
Yeah, stuff like that. And this is going on a tangent of competitive, but that's how you introduce more, casual people like you guys listening into this.
Yeah.
Because I will say for the most part, I would say most people have they have one buddy that they play with. They just hop on and play.
Yep.
2v2s.
Yeah.
Tournaments. Let me go... they're probably not going to let us bet our COD points or whatever.
Right.
But, let me get, like, some insane skin after winning, like, I don't know, 50 games in S&D, something like that.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, just again, like, tying into one of the things that, we didn't like about it, lack of updates and stuff like that. Just, extra stuff that the fans, maybe like some fans want it. Saying like nobody doesn't want that, you know.
Yeah.
It's not things that people are fighting against.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
No one's gonna fight against adding in more modes and more things for you to do.
And the random thought, right? With all these microtransactions, they should take like not even 5%, like 1% of all their profits, because I know Activision is making a shit ton of money off of this.
Yeah.
They should have like a community prize pool that like Epic does for Fortnite.
Yeah.
And we're going into like I was just saying, like these 2v2 tournaments, right? You're playing against 50 other teams. Winner gets like $100. And if you introduce us in the game where, you know, if you want to sign up for tournaments now, you have to go to another website.
Yep.
And then link everything.
Yeah.
That's just an extra step that I feel like you don't need to take. You should be able to just load up Call of Duty, and you want to like bet on yourself and gamble. Yeah. You go and play this.
Right.
And that would make it really fun for us. I know that.
Yeah.
And probably for a lot of other people.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. It's just going to be the steps if they actually want to do that stuff, they find it worthwhile, you know. That's just always the back. That's always exactly. Yeah, that's
give
always
back to the community.
That's always the difficulty with any of these developers. Because I totally agree. It would be great to have all that stuff in there.
Yeah, because everyday people, you know, when we load in, okay, you and I aren't like, if we are going to go and sign up for a tournament where we can only play on the weekends or really late at night. Yeah. You know, your everyday person can't just like play at like 1 p.m.
Yeah, exactly.
On a Tuesday. Like
that's not happening.
That won't happen. But if you can just load into a game and just like play, that'd be great. And we know they're making like a ton of money off microtransactions. And
put a little money aside. Come on.
Yeah, 1%.
You know, try it out. Yeah.
And you know, I'd be happy if they did that and they kept doing the microtransactions, like all this skins and stuff, whatever. At least I know where that money's going. I have no idea. Like, it's just going in their pockets.
Yeah, exactly. Because you get to see the like what you're paying for. You know. Yeah. Like again, you're getting the kickback. Yeah. No, I agree. It'd be good. Yeah. You know, but I think if anything, we're just gonna get a rank play system. I think it's coming out launch with MW2. Yeah. Which is good.
I think it's a month after.
A month after. Yeah. And I think the rank play in this took a little bit of time too.
Yeah. It came out during the CDL.
Yeah, so they're doing a little bit better with the timeline. But the fact that this game even had one and it was a relatively solid one, big fan of. Yeah. Did you have any other? Because that was the end of my pros. Did you have anything else that you wanted to add in there?
No, like that. I mean, I know like we didn't have a long list of pros, but I think our overall pros were. I think they were pretty solid. Like they're good. Again, we can wrap it up with everything, right? This game had so much potential. So much potential. Because the bare bones of this game, like, you and I love the movement. And, like, the flow state that we're in this game. Yeah. And it was a refined MW. Like, it was cleaned up. But then they just stopped caring.
Yeah. I mean, that's the story with Call of Duty in general. I mean, they're talking about that right now with MW2, you know? I mean, there's so many great things in there, but then they're ruining it with some other things, you know? Yeah. And it's just like setting the ego aside or any changes and just listening to what people want. Yeah. And sticking to what you know works. And if you do that, then you'll have a great game. And I think some of the stuff in this game, it's just, I mean, I don't know what it, like, it's a victim of the microtransaction saga that's going on in all games. Yeah. And just not having accessibility to a lot of stuff. That's a huge thing for me. The update stuff, that's just unexcusable. I don't, you know. So I hope with the next game that changes. But yeah, a lot of the little things like that shouldn't be a big deal, like matchmaking, like some of the customization. Yeah. Those things, they wear on you big time. Yeah. And that's like that for me, like it drags the score down on the game a lot. Yeah. You know, if you have those basics figured out, you're already like an okay COD, you know? Yeah. Yeah. And like I will say too, like our attention span for like everyone has become a lot shorter, which is why I think, you know, they are really pushing like these updates and like all these microtransactions, all this extra stuff. So you're always constantly like reminded about the game more. Because I don't think kids nowadays could go and play like MW3 and like they never updated that game. Yeah.
They nerf and buff weapons. That's it.
Yeah.
Like they weren't pushing out like this game did push out a lot of updates, but meaningless updates.
Yeah.
And never fixed like stuff that needed to be fixed.
Yeah. Yeah, and in those games too, it was just because the base game was so good.
Yeah.
You know, and they gave you enough that you didn't need to worry about it, you know. Like there wasn't really like much to fix. Like the game was what it was.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like now because there's so much more that they're adding,
Yeah.
there's more that's to be expected.
Yeah.
And
you start adding more stuff, there could be more problems now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
thing. You know, like when you're sticking to how like simple CODs used to be, no one's going to be complaining about that stuff because the game just is what it is. But over time, even from those, I'm sure people are like, we want this, we want that, we want that.
Yeah.
And then they start adding this stuff, but they put the barrier behind it. And now it's like,
yeah.
well, what the hell?
Yeah.
You know, you got to pay for all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if they have, you know, I mean, all those things are just mentioning, you know, this game for me, like, it could have been a lot higher.
Oh, yeah. A lot higher.
But I had to say, man, put the timestamp in.
Yeah.
Make it short. My overall ranking
Yeah.
of this out of 10, 6.8.
6.8.
6.8.
That's pretty solid. That's pretty close to mine.
Yeah. What were you
Mine
gonna say?
was a 6.5 to 6.8.
Yeah.
Like
That's why
I was thinking 6.8.
Bro, we're always thinking this.
Yeah, I was thinking 6.8. And then I was like, that's just really close to 7.
Yeah, right.
And it's like 70's like you're passing.
For me, yeah, exactly.
It's like it's right there. I see where you're like, it's right there. But they didn't update it. And my biggest gripe, I've mentioned,
Matchmaking.
freaking matchmaking, man.
Yeah.
We put in so much time. And like I have you have 10 days, right? Or are you close to 10 days?
No, yeah, I have 10 days.
Okay, yeah. So I have like probably 3 to almost. I'm almost at 14.
Yeah.
So I'll round it 4 days more than you. So what? That's 24 times 4.
72.
Yeah, 72. I have 72. No, that's 3.
No, 24, 48, 72, right?
96.
96.
Yeah. I have 96 hours more. And this is real time. 96 hours, guys, of real time coming back home every single day.
Yeah.
We record the podcast. We hop on and play every
Right.
single day. More than you.
Yeah.
Think about how much time I'm fucking sitting there and loading in.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, like
it's probably like 85 hours, bro.
yeah, dude, literally. I wish I had that stat.
Yeah, right.
Like how long am I
Find the
sitting?
stat, dude. It's probably, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It's
And
a
like
lot.
I sound like Jeff right now, dude. It wears on you. Like I load
Yeah.
into the game, like I'm excited to play, but I hate it at the same exact
Yeah,
time.
no, I feel you.
I'm
man.
just like, dude, this fucking sucks. I
Yeah.
hate this. You need to be in constant action. Like
Yeah.
at MW2, that was great. You're hot, you're already in the next game.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
There's no cooldown. But for me, if they had a couple of these basic things fixed,
Yeah.
like the customization, whatever, but the updates and matchmaking,
Yeah.
this game probably could have been like 7.5 for me.
Yeah.
It would have been like
Yeah.
a middle of the road, like it's okay, like it's slightly better than
Yeah.
than the bad CODs, but for me, 6.8. Like it's like a shoulda, woulda, coulda COD for me. That's where this is falling.
I'm with you. It could have been 7.5. Like it could have pushed an 8. I think 8 and above is like a different class of it. Like that's like a good COD.
Yeah,
Like a really good COD.
yeah.
After 8.
If you're in the 8s for a COD,
Yeah.
like 8 through like no one's like, we're not crazy over here saying like 10 out of 10 perfect COD
Yeah.
because I just don't think those exist.
Yeah.
You know, if you're in like the 8s and 9s, like that's a really good COD. You know,
Yeah.
like again, we have to go back to see where we put Cold War. I can't remember where it was. I have to go see. It's probably in like the mid to high 7s if I had to take a guess.
I think it was.
You know, might have even been in the 8s. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure mine was like 8, like 3.
Yeah,
or
somewhere
something
around
like
there.
that.
Yeah, like again, really, really good.
Yeah.
You know, like we put like MW3, like that would for me be like high 8s, low 9s.
Yeah.
You know,
That would be like a 9.5.
Yeah.
9. Because I've said it a bunch of times. This is off of me.
yeah,
My game.
exactly.
BO4, that game's like a 9.8.
Yeah, exactly. For
Yeah.
me, yeah, BO4, like I would say like 9.5.
Yeah.
Like it's around there. Like it's that good.
Yeah.
This game, like the overall, 6-8. It is the nickname this COD. It's the shoulda, woulda, coulda COD.
Exactly.
That's what it's called.
I would say it's better than a lot of the newer CODs, I guess. But,
Call of Duty Vanguard, the best World War II COD.
No, yeah, literally, 'cause all the other ones are dumb.
No, okay. World at War is the best one you made. This one, like in the recent era, I mean, compared to World War II, this would be the second. It'd be for me. It's World at War, Vanguard, World War II.
Yeah, mine is Vanguard, World War II.
Yeah,
because I never played World at War, so I can't.
Bro, trust. It was
I hope so.
I
hope it's just not.
Yeah, no, bro. That was really good.
Yeah.
But
it's,
close that book, bro.
End of the chapter. End of season 2 of the COD Casuals, and end of Vanguard.
See ya.
Yeah. We're on to the next.
God.
So when you guys are listening to this, we're gonna have. It's gonna be the week of the MW2 campaign.
Yep.
So when you guys listen to the episode 88, that's gonna be the start of season 3 of the COD Casuals. All MW2. What we're looking forward to, and we're gonna go hard.
Yeah,
MW2.
hard as fuck.
2 years,
this game, bro.
2 years of Call of Duty. We're gonna play a lot.
Oh yeah,
a lot of Call of Duty.
We hope you're on the grind with us.
Yep, yeah, and we appreciate everybody that's listened to all of season 2 of Vanguard. Because
hopefully you didn't pick up a smoking habit or anything bad from this game.
Yeah, dude, yeah, literally. Because I remember when we first started season 2 of the COD Casuals, and we had high hopes. I mean, we always have high hopes. High hopes for Vanguard. It was there. And we got through the full year, and, that was all right. A lot of headaches. We can wrap everything up. But, recapping, Vanguard, though, we had a good time. We had a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Vanguard, there are a lot of good times. We had good times. We played. This was our first, ranked game together.
Yeah.
Actually, playing, because we talk about BO4 a lot. We never played ranked.
Yeah, we never played together. No.
Yeah, this was BO4 came out in college. I was playing. Mike and I
with your roommate.
School. Yeah. And we played a shit ton of ranked. We went to our first ever Call of Duty event in Vanguard.
Yeah.
Very memorable game.
Yeah, this is a memorable season. Exactly. That's the thing. As we played it in ranked, it was a blast with you.
Yeah.
Because you fucking fry, so it's fun. And then everything that we got to experience with it, going to the event and watching the game, we liked it enough that we would go watch the pros play it.
Yeah.
And
shout out to CDL because honestly, thank God they had a rank system and we watched them play.
Yeah.
Because man, remember MW? We watched them play. Didn't go to an event because it was the illness.
Yeah,
the
right.
illness.
Yeah.
And then they didn't have a ranked.
Yeah.
So we couldn't experience it with them.
Yeah, exactly. You couldn't hop on the train.
Yeah. Now this game we could.
Yeah, so it was, again, the rating of the game is from our casual side of it and a little bit of the ranked side, but yeah, experience and everything, overall, it was a fantastic year with the game.
Yeah, it was a good season too. We grew a lot. The COD Casual family.
Yeah.
Growing. Yeah.
The clan on Vanguard is stacked to the nines.
Yeah, MW2, I want us.
Got to get even bigger.
We got to be top 500 clan in the world.
Hell yeah.
We got to put in the time. We can do it.
Put them in the dirt, bro.
We can do it.
Smoke these people.
But yeah, season 2, great times.
Put a stamp on it, bro.
Yeah.
Done.
Close that chapter, and we're on to the next.
Mm-hmm.
We've been growing a lot, so
shout out to everybody that's been along with us. We appreciate it.
We have almost 100 average listeners.
Yeah, which is wild.
Wild to us.
Yeah.
So I think we can wrap it up there.
I think we're good, brother.
All right. Thank you, everyone, again. Season 2 was a blast with all you guys. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, at the COD Casuals. We're also on YouTube if you want to see us. We're on there. Like, comment, subscribe over there. MW2, we might be bringing more content. Who knows?
Yeah.
So go to our YouTube and check it out.
Yep, absolutely.
And I'm going to leave all of our socials up above us, so you can go check us out. Leave a 5-star rating on Spotify, Apple, all that jazz, because that actually helps us out a lot and gives us really good feedback. So we appreciate that for anybody that does that for us. And I think we're going to call it there.
That's it, brother.
Thank you, everyone. Closing this book. On to MW2. This has been episode 87 of the COD Casuals. I'm your host, Justin.
And I'm Mike.
And we'll see you guys in MW2.
Take it easy, everybody.
See ya.